getting your latest team?
Well, we have Walcott who's back in the squad, and of course we lose Xhaka because he will be suspended, and then he's at the African Nations Cup, and overall that's it. The good news is that Mertesacker and Debuchy are back in full training from tomorrow, so the squad is quite big, but in midfield we are a bit short at the moment.
Just Santi Cazorla then, who's still not in training, is that right?
No, Santi, no.
Southampton obviously in the next round of the FA Cup. Are you likely to rest your players like you did against Preston?
I think we'll put a team with first team experience in there, maybe one or two younger players, but not more. Overall, it's the squad that will play. I have not decided yet completely who will play and not play, but it's a first team squad that will be involved.
Obviously Southampton were in action last night. How much of a difference could that make on this weekend's game?
Well, they're on a high. They've made a fantastic performance last night, and so overall that makes the game even more interesting and more difficult as well, because they are not short of confidence at the moment, and will certainly have a big support, but it's an FA Cup game and we will want to qualify.
Good morning, Arsene. You've spoken about which players are available. What about your own availability for tomorrow? Will you be for Saturday?
I'm available. You see, I'm fit and healthy.
Yeah. Will you be appealing the ban, or are you intending to accept the fine, I should say?
I cannot appeal a ban. I have not.
Fine, I should have said.
Sorry.
Fine. I should have said fine. Will you be appealing it, or?
I don't know. I have not had any sanction yet, so
okay.
I have no hearing, nothing.
Okay, apologies for that. Can we speak about Granit Xhaka? Do you feel as if he's let the club down with his behaviour?
Not really. There's two incidents that have been talked about. The one is the sending off. I felt that watching it again, the sending off was harsh, and it was not a dangerous tackle, it was a clumsy tackle, and but you have to accept that you can be punished by this kind of tackles now, and but he has to learn from that. I don't think he wanted to injure anybody, and overall he has to learn from it, and unfortunately we will lose him for 4 games. That's in a very important period of the season, and hopefully we'll get away with it. He denies completely the other incident at Heathrow. I talked with him about that, and he denies completely what happened there.
I'm aware it's a police matter, so you can't comment on it really, but have you spoken to him about his responsibilities?
Yeah, I've spoken to him about it, yes. Spoken to him about it, and he denies completely the incident.
And you're happy enough that he represents the club as every other player does in a responsible fashion?
Look, I can only talk about him on what I've seen since the start. He's a fantastic attitude since he has arrived here on daily basis, because sometimes you don't know how the players behave on daily basis, but I must say he has been absolutely marvellous to handle on daily basis. Commitment, focus, dedication, and never heard any bad noise about him.
As regards on the field, that's 2 red cards now in an Arsenal shirt. I think he's been sent off for Switzerland as well this season. Do you have any concerns over his technique when it comes to tackling, or do you have concerns over his decision making?
More about his techniques. I think he's not naturally a great tackler, and in his decision making, I think he's quite intelligent on the pitch. But it's more the way he tackles that is not really convincing. He doesn't master well the technique of tackling.
Would you be bringing someone in to help him with that? Would that be a consideration?
I would rather encourage him to stay, not to tackle, to stay on his feet, and that's the best way to deal with it. Tackling is a technique that you learn at a young age. You can improve it, but when you're face to face with somebody, it's better you stay up.
If I could just finally ask you about next Tuesday, expecting a very quiet day in terms of incomings, I take it? Next Tuesday, deadline day, or before the deadline, I should say.
Yeah, we are. No, we are not on the verge of signing anything.
And as regards outgoings, you mentioned that Mathieu Debuchy is back full training. There was talk of him leaving. That seems to have gone quiet. Would you like to?
It has gone quiet because I didn't close the door because there's a lot of competitions on right flank, because now Gabriel has been convincing on the right side as well. So I don't close the door. What I just want to say is fully fit now, and so he's available to play and even maybe to have an experience somewhere else.
Carl Jenkinson, is he likely to leave before?
He has, as I said in the last press conference, we have only he has to agree personal terms, but at the moment he has not managed to do that.
Thank you.
Arsene, I believe you've got until 6 o'clock tonight to respond to the FA's misconduct charge. How will you be responding to that? Because presumably you apologised on Sunday, so presumably you're going to say, hands up, I'm guilty, are you?
Yeah. I answered that in the press conference. There's not more to add, I'm in England for 20 years. I've seen a lot on the bench, as you certainly know, and I think if I'm after 34 years still in the job, it is because I'm big enough to stand up for what I do, and as well big enough to know when I do well and when I do not well, and so that's it.
Did you surprise yourself by the way that you reacted on
No,
Sunday?
I'm
You've been around the
a
block
passionate
so
guy,
many times.
and I think I believe that I'm completely committed in my job and want to win the football games, and completely passionate about it, like all the managers who work in the Premier League. Sometimes I was quite calm in this game, I must say, for 90 minutes.
Yeah, they tell us though you're supposed to mellow as you get older.
I haven't been touched by that yet.
Okay, they are talking about a touchline ban. Now, when you were banned for 6 games in Europe a few years ago, Arsenal won 5 of those games.
Good.
So, do touchline bans mean anything to you?
Yeah, of course, because I prefer to be there, to be physically with the team, and the team as well is used to me being there, so
But
it's not
does
the
it make
ideal
any difference
conditions.
to the result? Because that would suggest that it doesn't.
Sorry?
Does it make any difference to the way the team plays? Because you can obviously get messages down to the touchline.
I don't know, but if you ask me personally, I prefer to be on the bench.
But are you expecting a ban? Are you expecting a fine?
I expect nothing, I came out after the game, I said what I think I had to say, and when I don't behave like I think I should behave, I'm big enough to say yes, that's not right, and that's it.
Xhaka, when you say he denies the incident at Heathrow, are you saying that he denies what he's alleged to have said, or that he's denying the whole incident took place?
He denied what he should have said.
What he's alleged to have said?
What he's alleged to have said, yes.
Sure. And how do you feel this week by being compared to Al Pacino by Theo Walcott? Did you read that?
I'm a very bad actor, I tell you. So that certainly that comparison is certainly not right.
I wanted to follow up on that though. It has been said to be a rousing speech. Is that something that you're thinking of going into in the future?
No, not really, no. But, we speak with your emotions, and sometimes we get it better than other times, like all people who speak a lot. But overall, I don't remember what I said, in fact.
So it was just completely off the cuff?
Yeah.
In terms of Southampton, and you say about meeting them at this point in the season where they're on a high, what have you made of their progress over recent seasons and being able to compete on more than one level of the Premier League?
Well, certainly the football club in England who has done one of the best jobs on producing young players, on keeping the quality high despite losing big players, and overall I think they've done a remarkable job, Southampton, because they were punished quite harshly because they went down to League One, came up, and since they produced consistent results and quality games. Overall, I think it is a club where you can say we're really well done because what they've done is remarkable.
When you look at teams that come into the Premier League, many will set a benchmark, and often, the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea and Man City feel too far away. But a club like Southampton, would you consider them to be established top 10 side now?
I think you have the quality to do that. When you look at they produced Walcott, Bale, Chamberlain, plus all the players who left them. Since like last year, they lost again Wanyama, they lost Mane, and people could think they will suffer this year. And again, they have really top quality. They lost Lallana, they lost many top players. So overall, what they have managed to do is absolutely remarkable. I think it's a club in England to produce the most players, develop the most young players in the last 10 years, and that's absolutely remarkable.
Also, just on the FA charge, will you request a personal hearing?
Yeah.
What are you likely to say?
I don't think, especially to come out with that now. I think I've said what I think I have to say publicly, and overall, all the rest will be a bit more discreet.
Is that presumably though because there's been talk about a stadium ban as opposed to a touchline ban?
I think I don't know if I will be punished and how I will be punished if I am punished. The only thing I can say, I thought that when I was sent off, I was surprised, and I was in a tunnel because I thought I had the right to be in the tunnel, because last time I was sent off wrongly, 2009. I had to go in the stand at Old Trafford, didn't know where to go. So nobody tells you what you have to do when you're sent off.
Do those kind of guidelines have to be made clearer, do you think, to all managers?
I think so, because you don't know where to go.
Was it sort of lost, do you think, a bit in the focus on those final few minutes that you actually went on to win the game, that 10 versus 11 and the chaos in the stadium, that the players actually kept their heads and managed to find a way to win it?
Yes, this team has shown qualities that are very important. We have a team who produced more goals in the last 5 minutes than anybody else. That shows that we are relentless. We have a refusal to give in no matter what happens, and we keep going. And that's a very interesting quality that is in the squad. On top of that, the contribution of the players coming off the bench this season has been absolutely remarkable. That shows as well there's a great unity in the team, and that are qualities that will be very important going into the last 4 months now.
And just one transfer line, if I may. Serge Gnabry, obviously a player you know very well. Talk about maybe you might be interested in re-signing him. Is there any truth in that?
No, we have sold Serge Gnabry definitely to Werder Bremen. At the time it looked like Bayern Munich was behind it. I don't really know, but so at the moment, no, we do not re-sign him.